Number 1. What if the Earth decided to cook you alive? Deep in the Amazon, a river flows with lethal thermal rage. 91 degrees of pure liquid agony. This is not a spa. It is a graveyard where the steam never hides the truth. One clumsy step, and you become organic broth. Life ends in a heartbeat, leaving only white bones in the ghostly white mist. Geologists call it a miracle. I call it a clear warning. The planet is tired of our concrete dreams and hollow promises. Ted thinks he found a luxury retreat. Don't be a fool. This river is for melting flesh, not for relaxing your soul. Scalding water rises from the abyss, fueled by a hidden furnace that defies every boring textbook in the corporate boardroom library. Forget your fancy cameras. The steam rising from this bank is the only mercy you receive before your skin begins to peel. The faceless elite would love to bottle this fury, but the water laughs at their pathetic contracts and their shiny golden coins. They try to map the heat, they try to measure the rage, but the river keeps on boiling, mocking their weak logic. Look at Ted. He is making breakfast while the earth screams beneath his feet. Some creatures are simply born without a brain. This place remembers the ancient world. Long before our cities existed, the river was already cooking the eternal and heavy silence. For miles, the jungle stands silent as the heat destroys everything. A long, hot journey toward a steaming and quiet end. Not even the fish call this hell home. It is a biological nightmare disguised as a beautiful, white, and ghostly mist. We took our photos. We felt the heat. Now we run back to our air-conditioned cages, pretending we are still the masters. Step back from the edge. The earth is reclaiming its power, and you are just an ingredient. See you in the next. Number 2, imagine a world where shipwrecks are impossible and the deep loses its power to swallow you. Gravity is officially failing. By mimicking the spiders, we learned to trap air in microscopic grooves. We gave solid steel its very own invisible life jacket. Ted is drilling holes like a madman. He wants to see it fail, but physics has a much more elegant plan instead. The air stays locked. A shield of bubbles protects the surface, making the water slide off like it was never there. Push all you want. It pops back up like a rebellious thought. You cannot keep a good discovery down for very long. We use light to carve the skin of matter. We are rewriting the rules of how humanity interacts with the sea. Imagine a world without shipwrecks. The boardroom predators would lose their insurance money, and I find that thought absolutely beautiful. We are playing with the sun to fix the errors of our ancestors. A bit late, but better than sinking into oblivion. Ted is using a scientific breakthrough as a cheap umbrella. This is why we can never have nice things in this world. They want the patent. They want the control. But how do you tax a metal that refuses to obey their heavy laws? No more drowning, no more fear. We are building a future that floats high above the mess we made of this planet. Next stop, cities that wander the waves. No walls, no borders. Just the absolute freedom of a metal that never gives up. It turns surface tension into a trampoline. It does not just float, it dances. Gravity is officially losing its grip on us. The rules are shifting, but don't worry. The greed of the boardroom stays exactly the same. Keep your eyes wide open, friend. Stay dry, stay light. The world is getting heavier, but we are learning how to stay on top. See you very soon. Number 3, a frozen paradox that could power your entire life or burn your world to the ground. Fire ice is real. Methane clathrates hold more energy than all fossil fuels combined. Yet the boardroom predators keep you chained to their expensive and dirty oil. Ted, stop. This is highly concentrated gas, not a winter treat. One small spark and your breath becomes a permanent and blue flamethrower. Nature has built a crystalline prison, locking methane inside cages of frozen water. It is a masterpiece of high-pressure engineering from the abyss. Imagine your electricity harvested directly from the sea floor. No more power lines, no more monthly bills, just pure and absolute energy independence. The invisible hand of the elite hates this. They cannot control the abyss, and they cannot tax what they cannot even reach. If the planet warms too much, these cages will break. A massive methane release would turn our entire atmosphere into a lethal furnace. We are walking on a ticking time bomb. The masters play with the climate while ignoring the explosive reality beneath their feet. Greedy conglomerates are desperate to mine it, but one wrong move could trigger a landslide that swallows everything we have ever built. You cannot blow out the future, Ted. This is the fuel of our liberation, or perhaps the flame of our final funeral. It is the ultimate irony. We found the fire to save us, but we might just use it to burn ourselves down. Each tiny bubble contains a millennium of sunlight. This is concentrated power that makes our current technology look like a primitive toy. Their gold cannot buy the laws of chemistry. Nature does not care about your bank account or your supposed social status, friend. Grab the fire, break the ancient grid. This cold light is waiting for a new generation that is not blinded by greed. Stay frosty, but keep your inner flame alive. The world is shifting beneath you. We will meet you in the next frequency. Number 4. The final fortress of your privacy is falling, turning your every thought into public data. Lies are finally becoming extinct. Words are clumsy tools used by the elite to divide us. They control what we say, but never what we truly feel. By linking brains through the digital void, Sarah has found a way to bypass the filters of propaganda and the media lies. A thought in Seattle becomes an action in Tokyo. No delay, no misunderstanding, just the raw speed of a connected spirit. Your soul is becoming data. It travels through the wires, carrying the weight of your truth across the vast and lonely world. This is the evolution we have been waiting for. We are finally leaving the slow, biological limits of our ancient ancestors behind. They cannot arrest a feeling. They cannot put a fence around a shared memory. Their laws are useless in this neural web. Connecting with Ted has its drawbacks. One stray thought, and you might find yourself sharing his weird obsession with giant, hairy spiders. Empathy is no longer a choice. We feel your pain, we share your joy, and the walls of the factory finally dissolve. Imagine a collective of free minds, moving as one without a leader. No propaganda can survive the harmony of a shared will. We are transforming into a higher consciousness. The boardroom predators look like primitive insects compared to the power of the connected mind. Burn the books of definitions. We don't need their labels anymore. We have the direct, unedited truth flowing through our very nerves. Physical distance is a ghost of the past. We are becoming a network of light burning through the shadows of this world. The lonely ego is dying. The connection is live, the walls are down, and the truth has nowhere left to hide now. Silence is the new language. Can you hear the sound of a billion minds thinking together? We will see you inside soon. Number 5. Imagine a storm where the raindrops could buy a country or crush your skull in a single heartbeat. Diamonds are falling. The boardroom predators sell you shiny pebbles to buy your absolute freedom. They want you to believe that beauty is a rare gift. Look at Sarah. She is staring at a tiny ring that cost her 10 long years of labor in their dark, dusty factory. Far away on the blue giants, the sky does not rain water. It rains pure, uncut diamonds by the billions every single day. High pressure turns simple carbon into a crystalline miracle. Nature is far more generous than the greedy men who profit from your wages. Mike looks through his telescope. He sees a world where our most precious treasures are just common, dirty rocks on the ground. Imagine Ted on Neptune. Instead of a wet umbrella, he needs a thick steel shield to survive the falling wealth of frozen heavens. Clink, clink, clink. The sound of a billionaire's storm. In this place, a diamond has the same value as a common and worthless stone. Sarah takes her diamond ring and throws it into a flaming trash can. She finally realizes that the scam is over for her. The elite create scarcity to keep the gears of their machine turning. They hide the abundance of the universe to keep us small. Sarah spins around in a rain of jewels, looking indifferent. Her own time is the only thing she truly values in this life. Science pulls back the curtain. We are surrounded by infinite wealth, yet we choose to die for a small and useless monthly paycheck. Ted tries to trade a handful of diamonds for a bird's feather. The bird flies away. Some things are worth more than stones. Look at the factory floor. It is buried under carbon dust. We are walking on a future storm that the boardroom giants stole. Their marketing lies are crumbling. A diamond is not forever. It is just a pressurized lie sitting on your finger. Catch you later. Number 6. Your body is not a machine owned by an insurance company. What if you could just print a new heart for free? Ted is fading away. The insurance predators tell him to pay or die. Their cold greed knows no limits, even in the darkness. Sarah has a secret. In this glass jar, a new heart is growing from Ted's own cells. It is perfectly free of charge. This is the rebirth of medicine. We are no longer waiting for others to die. We are the creators of our biological future. We can now grow bladders, vessels, and hearts. The factory of life is moving from the womb to the laboratory bench instead. Look at Mike. He is fixing Ted like a broken toy. No expensive doctors, no greedy corporations, just the simple logic of science. They hate this. They cannot sell you a kidney if you can grow one for free in your own kitchen sink, my friend. Ted feels brand new. He has bypassed the black market and the hospital bills. He is a self-made man in every single way. One day we will replace every aging part. The concept of physical decay will be just a memory of a much slower era. Imagine a world where death is optional. How can they control us with fear when we have conquered the flesh's final end? Our DNA is the ultimate code. We have finally learned how to debug the human body and delete the errors of our time. Forget the waiting list. Forget the prayers for a donor. The only thing you need to survive is the will to be free. We are more than biology. We are a pattern that can be rebuilt over and over until the stars themselves burn out. This is the end of medical slavery. Your life is yours again. Not the systems, not the doctors, but yours alone now. Stay healthy, or don't. Because in the future, we can always just print a better version of you. We will be seeing you. Number 7, borders are just lines drawn by men who want to cage you. What if you could just become a ghost made of light? By entangling particles, we transfer information instantly across any distance, making their physical walls and laws completely irrelevant. It is not about moving the physical meat. It is about replicating the soul's data in a brand new location. Pure and simple logic. Look at Mike. His physical form dissolves into digital dust, escaping the limits of their corporate factory and their stupid rules. Information does not care about your borders, your taxes, or your permission. It simply exists wherever it is needed, perfectly free. We have already teleported photons across miles. The spatial prison of the elite is already starting to crumble, piece by piece. Using high-powered lasers, we beam our data to the satellites. We are leaving the ground behind, becoming creatures of the quantum wave. Imagine moving goods without their expensive ships or planes. The boardroom predators will lose billions, and that is just beautiful. Everything is connected. When one twin particle spins, the other reacts instantly, regardless of the physical miles that separate them. Mike will be on Mars while his heart remains on Earth. Geographic limits are finally gone. The cage is open. Try to catch us. The control machine is far too slow for this world. We move at the speed of absolute thought. Science is the only true rebellion. It proves that the impossible was always just a lie told to keep you enslaved in their factories. We are more than just biology. We are patterns of information, capable of jumping across the stars whenever we choose freedom. Your organized world is officially broken. The organized world cannot hold us. They have lost their final grip on our bodies. We are not trapped. We are just waiting for the correct frequency to leave this place. See you in the light very soon. Number 8, time is the ultimate debt collector. But what if we just stop paying? The final prison is starting to crack. They count our years like coins in a bank. To the boardroom predators, an aging body is just a machine to replace. Sarah found the button. We are reprogramming cells to return to their youthful state, reclaiming the decades they stole from us. This is a software update for your DNA, deleting the biological errors that the greedy elite want you to call old age. Look at Mike. He is shedding the weight of centuries. Their plan to replace him with a younger slave has failed completely. Ted thinks he can stop time with a hammer. You don't fight the clock. You rewrite the internal rules of the cell. They want you to fade away quietly. But how can they control a population that stays young and rebellious for a millennium? We are taking back our time. Every second stolen by the factory is being returned to us by the light of science. Our muscles grow strong. Our eyes see clearly. We are no longer limited by the expiration date stamped on our foreheads. Ted accidentally overcharged his cells. Now he is a baby again. Technology is powerful, but it cannot fix his very stupid mind. Imagine a revolution that never gets tired. An army of dreamers who have all the time in the universe to destroy greed. We are erasing the scars of labor. Every wrinkle earned in their service is being deleted by the truth of cellular reprogramming. The era of the short life is over. We are becoming the masters of our own duration, leaving the system in dust. We refuse to die for your profit. We choose to live forever just to watch you fail. The reset has finally begun. Stay young, stay angry, and stay free. Time is no longer your master. We will see you at the beginning of forever. The factory walls are thin. Your choice is the only thing that keeps them standing. The old world is officially over. Which of these 8 miracles will you use to reclaim your life? Tell us in the comments. Your voice is the spark. Send this frequency to another soul trapped in the gears of the machine. Let them know the gates are finally wide open. Join the rebellion of the mind. Hit the button to stay awake while the boardroom predators fade into a quiet, forgotten history. We are leaving the coordinates of the past. Stay young, stay angry, and we will meet you in the next frequency soon.